Hello, folks. How are you doing today? I'm Ben Tolson from Podia. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to give the folks who are tuning in a few minutes to pop in while I get a few things set up here. Um, this is fun. It's fun to be able to go live and share some of the behind the scenes stuff that we've been working on. I'm going to go over to our YouTube channel and make sure that the stream is connected and that everything is good to go. And it looks like we are good. So, if you're tuning in, go ahead and leave a message, say hey, let us know where you're watching from. And if you were here yesterday, we talked about character animations. I'm going to get into, I'll do actually like a formal kickoff for the video and stuff. But we talked about character animations yesterday. Today we're talking about captions. And then on Monday, we're going to be talking about Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. We're going to be talking about other stuff related to the course. And so this is all just kind of like behind the scenes of some of the video process part, and a little bit of the like actual course building part of making an online course. So lots of fun. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and jump in and get started. Here we go. Hey folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are talking about how to add captions to your videos. Now, captions have become kind of ubiquitous for all types of video content. You're seeing them especially on things like Reels and YouTube Shorts, and of course in TikTok, to the point where they have these built-in features where you can automatically add captions, and there's some options. The captioning is so, sometimes it gets what you're saying, sometimes it messes it up a little bit, sometimes there's punctuation, sometimes there's not. But it's really great for a lot of reasons. One, I think it increases engagement. If you have the captions in front of people, they're listening to what you're saying, but they're also seeing the words come up. It just feels a little bit more engaging and exciting. But also it's great for accessibility. And I think in a lot of ways, especially, if you're a creator where English is not your first language and you want to make sure that you're being understood, captions can be helpful for that. So there are a lot of great reasons to use captions as a creator for your videos. So it's great that those features are being added. And yet a lot of the platforms that offer that feature, it's still pretty limited in terms of what you're able to do with it. You can't really, you might get lucky and you might find something that matches your brand, but you may not be able to use your exact font. You may not be able to use your exact brand colors. And so, you're kind of limited in your styling options. And then of course, if it misunderstands you or doesn't add punctuation, it can make what you're trying to say a little bit confusing. So I found a tool that I absolutely love, that is primarily, in the beginning was a podcast editing tool. It's called Descript. And I actually posted a question in the Podia creator community, which if you're not a part of, you can check out at podia.com/creator-community. It's really great. You can join other creators on your journey to building your creator business. But I asked the question in there, who else uses Descript? Descript, I think is how it's pronounced actually. Who else uses Descript and what's your favorite feature? And there it does a lot of things. So it started out as this this program where you could load in a video or an audio clip and it would automatically transcribe it And the transcription was something like 95% accurate. It was really good. Added punctuation, added paragraph breaks, all kinds of stuff. And that was in the beginning. Since then, it's only gotten more sophisticated. It's only gotten more accurate. And the thing that's really groundbreaking about it is once you load that in and it transcribes everything, you can actually edit your audio and your video like you're editing a text document. You can just select a block of text, and let's say it was something that you did multiple takes on, and so like you have 3 takes of the same thing. You can select the text of the first 2, delete it, and it automatically edits the video or audio clip, puts a little cut there. So it's pretty incredible. It makes editing a lot easier. But what they also have is because it generates this transcript, they have a caption feature. And so even without tweaking it at all, the captions are more accurate than most of what's available out there. But then you can go in and you can adjust the timing of the words. You can adjust where the words, like how the words will display on the screen, where they'll display on the screen, the size, how the words are highlighted, the colors, the fonts. You can do all kinds of stuff. And so I wanted to show you that today. So for this big project we've been working on at Podia, it's an audience building course. And I talked about that in the previous live stream video. If you haven't seen that, you can go check it out. It's about character animations. But we're making this audience building course, and I think it's a really unique take on audience building. We talk myth busting, and we get into really practical examples from other creators who have built their audience and really gone through the struggles and stuff like that, and have some great tips and insights to share. And we have a lot of actionable things that you can do after these lessons. And so I think it's going to be really amazing. And as a part of putting this course together, we invited creators to share their insights with us. And many of them, actually recorded videos specifically for this course. And so we got those video recordings, and we use the clips throughout the lessons, throughout the whole course. And one of the decisions we made early on was that we wanted to, anytime there was a creator video, we wanted to have captions appear on the screen. Now, of course, depending on what kind of player you're using, if you're watching the course, in YouTube, there are auto-generated captions. I'm not sure if when we load it to Vimeo, if they're or to the online course builder, if there are automatic captions generated. That's actually a question I should probably know the answer to. But if you don't have captions turned on and you're just watching, most of it's pretty clear. But with the creator clips that were sent in, there's a variety of different audio qualities and stuff like that. And so we thought, rather than just like use captions sporadically for some videos and not others, let's just use them for every single one. Now, normally that would be a huge undertaking. We have 12 creators who appear on camera, and we have, it's like an average of 5 or 6 different clips per creator. So that's a lot of captioning. And so if I were going through the process of using a captioning program and typing those in and adjusting everything and making sure that everything appeared on the correct line, and that's just to get the words on the screen. That's not to make them look a certain way or just to get the words on the screen, before Descript would have taken hours and hours of work. And I've actually done that work before. So, So that would have been a tremendous undertaking. Fortunately, we've got this tool, and because Descript automatically transcribes, because the transcription is so accurate, and because it's so easy to change the font and the style of the captions, we were able to add captions for every single creator clip. And in addition to those, we also quote some creators, we quote other things, and we were able to make captions for those as well. So, and did it without nearly as much work as it would have taken otherwise. So I wanted to show you how that works today. Again, the program is called Descript. You can check it out at descript.com. If you are a creator who makes videos or makes podcasts or even does like Zoom calls, interviews with other creators, I can't think of a tool. I can't think of another tool out there right now that makes it as easy as Descript does to edit that content down, to repurpose the written content, to take out clips and make short videos out of long form content. It just does all kinds of amazing stuff. So definitely check it out. And this isn't, we're not like sponsored by Descript or anything like that. But it's saved us so much time and opened up a lot of possibilities for the content we create at Podia. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and switch over and show you a couple of the different ways this works. So right here, this is a quote from Ira Glass that we use in the audience building course. And you can see here, yeah, I'm just making sure. Okay. So you can see here, it's got the transcription, and I can actually go in and I can edit, I can add line breaks, I can do formatting just in the text itself. And this is one way here that I can actually edit this. So if I selected this whole thing right there, you can see down here on the timeline, it's selecting that whole section of audio. So I can just delete it and it goes away. It makes a little jump cut there. So that's pretty useful already. So what I want for this clip, I've got the main video, and I've blurred it out so that, and kind of lowered the opacity a little bit so the text will show up a little bit clearer on top of it. But I wanted to have my video playing behind it. And that's another kind of neat thing, because I'm speaking, I'm reading this quote, and my video can play behind it, and I can include these captions on top of it. I've got a little line element here that I created. I called it line thing. And then I've also got the person the quote is attributed to. I was able to upload the exact font that we use throughout our website. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to the beginning of the clip, and up here on the top are different options. The text option, if you click on it, gives you some different options for different types of text you can use. And so I'm going to click on captions, and that's automatically going to create a caption layer for this entire segment of video. So I think because I've done previous formatting and stuff, we'll see. But oh no, good. Okay, I was hoping that it wouldn't have the formatting that I've used in the past, so I could show you how that works. Okay, so if I play this, it's just going to show the caption, and it's going to change. It is going to match up with the audio waveform, so it'll change as I'm speaking and it'll follow along. But obviously this wouldn't work because of the background. It's really difficult to read, and so we can actually click on this element, And I can go over here to live text under captions, and I can click on the settings here, and it opens up some settings. And the first thing I can do is I can actually adjust the active word. And so this is the word that's being, well, I'll do this first. So before I do any of the live text stuff, if I just want to modify this text, I can come over here under text and I can change the font. We want to use the enter font, so that's right. And then we can also change the color. So I'm going to change it to white. We can also change the alignment. I'm going to put it to center. And already that's a great improvement on what was there initially. They have this feature called live text. I'm going to click on the settings. And what this allows me to do is I can set a color for the live text. So I'm going to make it this white color. And then I can also set a background. And so I'm going to set the background as, I'm just guessing here because I don't have the actual hex code. But I'm going to set it as this purple color. And so what that means is the active word is going to have that purple behind it. And then for future words, this is anything, of course, beyond the active word. I can make it completely invisible, or I can make it a different color. I like going the route of making it completely invisible because it has the words just kind of appearing as they're being spoken, and I like that effect. So if I go back here to the beginning, it looks like it did not take my changes, which is not what I intended. So we're going to pretend it worked. Sometimes, and Descript is working on this. Sometimes it is a little bit buggy. And so sometimes you can go and reload and it'll work properly. Sometimes you need to just exit out of the program and restart it and it'll work properly. I'm going to give this one more shot and see what happens. So do I have the live text options? Yeah, I do. So for some reason, maybe I'm missing something, but it doesn't appear to be working as intended. So I will show you a different example of a finished clip that actually does have those effects. So here we go. Oh, and I guess what I did for these is I made the future words a little bit lighter. Okay. So this is really great. And what I'm able to do, so for example, if I wanted this to be kind of a smaller section here, I could take this and I could put that on a new line. And so coming back here just uses fewer words. I can do that for basically to create any grouping of lines that I want. So it's nice, you get some control over how many lines or how many words appear in a single caption. But as I play this, just watching this play, this is much more engaging even than just words showing up on a screen. And it makes for a more engaging viewing experience, a more enjoyable viewing experience. And of course it just makes the information more accessible. So that is how you do it in this view, but Descript also has a different type of project view. This is called their classic view. And this is what I used for all of the creator clips. So I've got all of the lessons outlined here. And it's a similar thing. So if I clicked on the captions over here on the right, I can adjust the fill color, and I can also say that I want word level animation and designate all of these things here. I can also add a stroke to the words. I can add a background for the captions, and I can add a shadow to the words, which I've done. And it again, it just really makes, it's already engaging, you know, having someone on screen talking to the camera, animated, but then having those captions just kind of adds that extra level of interest and engagement. So, and here, so if I didn't have the captions here, it's kind of a similar thing. I would just come over here and add captions, and then I could click on that and modify it over here on this side. And that's about it. There's not much more to it than that. So really just kind of a quick walkthrough of how that works in Descript. And I think, you know, besides showing you some of the ways that we've been trying to improve the experience of the online course and kind of build some excitement around that, one of the reasons I really wanted to show this to you, if you're a creator who makes video content or audio content, it's just been such a huge time saver, and it's unlocked a lot of possibilities for the kind of content we're able to create. So if it's not on your radar, or if, you know, somebody has told you about it but you haven't checked it out, I highly encourage you to check it out, look into how it works. Besides the caption feature, there are tons of other features that they've added. I've actually produced entire videos just using Descript, even though most of the time I use Premiere Pro and other programs to edit videos, but it is possible in Descript as well. Yeah, so that's it. To close out, I just wanted to let you know again, we've been working on an audience building course for a while, and we're going to be releasing it next week. We're very excited about that. And if you want to kind of stay in the know about that, you can go to podia.com/creator-community, and you can hear about it there. That you'll be able to get access to it there. And stay tuned on this channel. Next week, we're going to get into a few more behind the scenes leading up to the launch, in the days leading up to the launch. So I'm excited to show you a little bit more of what we've been working on before we release this thing to the world. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.